Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mad Skills Motocross World Championship 2019. We still have our amazing trophy there on display right in the pack, in the middle of our competitors. That's what they're playing for. They want to raise it above their heads at the end of the weekend. And with that, first place would be taking away $10,000. We have $30,000 on the line. My name is Parla. We're coming to you live from sunny Stockholm, Sweden, and I'm still joined by Joe and Birdshaw. Guys, interesting first track.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
Very close.
Yeah, it was. It was a good close race. I'm excited to see the next track, though.
Yeah, and we saw that development over the track. The placings changed, and it was Master that was at the bottom at the start, and then ended up getting that first place right at the end. Zach in second, who had held the first place lead for most of the time, and then Zeller, who we interviewed after, in third. Really good track. Really
Thanks.
nice track.
So, yeah, and then we just want to clarify one of the rules here, and we clarified this after the last round. When the timer hits 0, we're going to allow the players to complete the run that they're on. No restarts when the timer hits 0, but they can complete the run, and then if they end up getting a good run, like James just did that last time, we'll still let it count. Awesome.
Yeah, different to last year then in that sense.
Correct. Last year when the buzzer hit, we just made them put the phones down.
Yeah.
But this year, they got music playing. When the timer runs out, the music's going to die. When they hear that, they know, okay, I got to finish this run, no more restarts, and that's it.
All right, well, Joe, you did mention before we went into that first track if we could check out your run on it. We couldn't, but now for the second track coming up, we can. What's the track, Joe, and run us through your run?
Yeah, so this track is called Jackrabbit. It has a lot of, I don't want to say too much because these guys are right behind me, but...
They're all watching over your shoulder, Joe. Literally all of them are watching the track right now behind us.
The good thing is I'm not as good as them, and the line that they're watching is probably not the best option. So we'll see what they do. But there's obviously a lot of break points in here. I already screwed it up here. Totally terrible. But it's a fun track. It's got like a Supercross style feel to it.
That was such a good moment. This is why it's so fun to have the players in the same studio space as us. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, we're on the desk. They're sat behind us. Last year when we did it, we were separated. And yeah, I just suddenly realised as soon as we had the track up, it was like, I feel like there's loads of eyes on us right now. We turned around and like literally all the guys just staring at the screen, because this sort of information is crucial to them, right? To get off to a better start and feel more familiar, which is part of the reason why you don't give anything out before they get to these tracks.
Yeah, I mean, it's really about who can find the line and who's creative and can really see the vision of the track. If we just show it to them, that's kind of takes that aspect of the skill away of their skill.
Well, there we go, Birdshaw. 45 minutes on the clock. What are you expecting to see from this second track?
Well, I expect to see a lot of close racing again. It's not a super hard track again, but there are a lot of a lot of scrubbing and some speed checks that will be very crucial in order to get a good time here.
I always found when I played that I don't know, it's got to be a mental thing, right? That I was always worse on tracks that are in the stadium. I hated it. Yeah, I got into the stadium. I'm like, oh god, like I don't know, something about it. Like it made it much harder for me to play.
I actually feel exactly the same way.
Really?
Yeah.
I think there's only one stadium track this year.
Okay. Which is this?
This track. Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, what makes this one hard is figuring out all these speed checks, remembering where they are, hitting them correctly, maintaining your speed on the backside of them. But other than that, it's really not. I mean, there's obviously multiple lines here, but it's nothing. There's nothing super technical about this track.
And you mentioned speed checks, guys?
Yeah, so you'll see a lot of, we call them wall jumps or speed checks. It's the real steep ones, like,
the big steep
Bragg said right there on the right. They'll shoot you straight up. A lot of times you got to hit the brakes on those or else you just go way too high, lose too much time.
Yeah, I'm aware there's multiple ways, depending on the track layout, right, how you approach those speed checks. In terms of, like, if you want to just get to the top and kind of roll over and then floor it, or if you do get a bit of air off it to try to there's different ways of approaching them, right?
Yeah, for sure. And you can see some of these guys are airing them out now to see if there's a place to land further down the track. And if not, then they'll just start rolling over them.
Yeah.
But there's actually a second line option here in the very beginning. It'll be interesting to see if any of these guys take it.
Yeah. Early days yet. It's JSL in the top spot. Zach closely behind. What kind of times are we expecting from this track?
I mean, my time was right around a minute, so these guys will probably be in the 56, maybe.
Something like that.
57, something around there.
It wasn't a very good run.
No? Yeah, so that, I mean, it might be 55. Who knows?
Yeah, perhaps. I think we'll have times pretty similar to what we saw on track 1.
Good on this run. See if we can hold it together. Oh, we can't. Yeah, I put a wall check there that had a different feel than the first 3, which kind of throws you off once you get to it.
Kind of a jerk move.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. And those Joe bumps there, you really need to enter at speed. They'll pop you up.
So Bragstad is going with the air method on one of those walls. He's airing it out instead of hitting the brakes. Hoping he found a line to maybe skip another wall.
We have CC with our first sub 1 minute time at 58 seconds on 1.
So Bragstad is on the alternate line that I was talking about a little bit ago, right off the start.
Is one of the lines faster than the other, Joe?
They're pretty close. You can, if you watch Bragstad, his Ghost is taking one line, and he was taking another, but now he's decided to go with the same. But it looked like they were almost even.
Okay. How do you design that? Do you do everything by feel, or are you like calculating stuff as you go along in terms of like? I'm interested in what goes into.
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
A lot of it now is by feel because I've made so many tracks. But when there's multiple lines, I try to get a really good run on the one line and then play against myself and hit the other line and see how they can compare, and then start tweaking little things to get them closer and closer. Because to me, my favorite tracks are the ones where there's tons of lines and they're all kind of similar in speed.
Definitely.
You know, it's fun to see when players take different lines, but they're all still, you know, neck and neck.
You were one of the first designers to actually nail the multi-line tracks way back in the day.
Yeah, because I mean, everything used to kind of be one line.
Yeah.
And then these bikes, we kept unlocking more and more bikes, and they got faster and faster. And now with scrubbing and back scrubs and cuddle flips and all that, it's easy to put in different lines based on where you ride and maneuver the bike. I also like ones where lap 1 and lap 2 and even lap 3 are totally different lines from each other. Those ones are pretty fun.
But whatever you do, those top guys will do everything to break your lap.
Oh, yeah.
They'll find something crazy that bypasses like 1/3 of all the cool stuff you put in.
Yep. Like on this track, we're definitely going to see some things that I did not expect to happen. I guarantee it. Bragstad's coming in with a burner time right here. Ooh. Almost looped out at the end. That put him. Looks like up to 5th for Bragstad.
He is up to 1st actually with a 57.
Oh, you're right. It must not. It was a little late to update. Yep.
It's interesting what you touched upon, by the way, Joe, with regards to you make something with a particular vision, and then Birdshaw said that the guys will always try to break it somehow, to figure a way around it or to get the fastest time. And do you often see that these guys discover things within your tracks that you didn't expect yourself in a way or didn't plan?
Almost every time now.
Constantly.
Almost every time. Yeah, I mean, I always... The thing is, their skill is so much greater than mine at this point that it's hard for me to... Sometimes I make a track and I'm like, I think they'll do this, but I don't know if they can, and then it's fun to watch and see, oh yeah, no, they definitely can do that, or they do something that I'd never even imagined. Like, I don't even know what was the first track that we had a nose wheelie in. I think when that happened, we were all like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
There's a thing in here, and we'll see it probably later in the weekend, where if there's a big hill and you just ride on the front wheel only, do a nose wheelie, you go super fast, and you can go like, you get like just slingshot yourself across the map. It's crazy. Look, you got me saying map instead of track. What you've done.
I'm very sorry for that. It's of course just in my vernacular of esports and gaming. Usually I'm watching or playing on maps as opposed to tracks. But yeah, in the racing environment, in the motor world, these are tracks. And so I apologise, Joe.
It's all good.
Deeply, from the bottom of my heart.
I believe
we are not even for breakfast. You still owe me.
I believe last year you were promised a bonus if you could go the whole weekend without calling them maps. And I think you lasted around 5 minutes.
Potentially. There definitely wasn't any bonus in there. other than maybe like
other than I would have invited you to breakfast this year, which is why I didn't. Remember? That was the deal.
That was the deal, okay.
Yeah.
But then I definitely missed out.
Yeah.
And I regret heavily.
Lead on your own.
So, 10 minutes in, now these guys are going to have a reasonable feel for the track. Maybe we can talk a bit about the meta that these guys are using to approach things. So they get to a track that they've not seen before. How much time does it take for them to get to grips with it? And also, we saw last year some approaches that weren't always the best way to do things, where people, rather than getting a good feel of the map, were kind of just like attacking it too quickly. Like, speak a bit upon that, Joe. Like, what are the ways that these guys are approaching things on 10 minutes in? How long does it take them to get a good feel of the map?
Yeah, I think you'll see some guys who they're kind of perfectionists and they just want that perfect run. And you'll see they won't put up a time for the first 4 or 5 minutes. They'll just keep restarting. And other guys will just do one full run, even if it's terrible. They just go through just to look to see what the track is like. And then after that, they'll start, perfecting it. But if it was me, I would first go through and just see the full track, play the track, a couple full runs to figure it out, and just kind of start bettering my time. And then once I've really figured out what I think is the best line, then I get restart happy and just try to really make it a perfect run.
Top two right now. Looks like Zach and Bragg.
Correct. They're close. They're about 0.2 of a second apart.
Bragg's with a little bit better speed check than Case's the whoop there.
You can hear two different lines.
Two different lines there, right?
Similar.
And with that speed check, the way they're shaped, you can either go super low and land flat, or you can go a little bit higher and land on the slope afterwards. That's a question of style. And
Again, slightly different there, or is that just incorrect bounce?
those whoops are just
The
brutal.
whips are really brutal, okay.
Who is this? The 12th man. The 12th man is saying, I really wish I knew who was who. So keep watching, you'll figure it out. All these guys kind of have their own unique skin. And once you figure out their skins, it's pretty easy to tell. So, after a couple races, you'll figure out. Cole's the guy with the red wheels, all the red there. You can see Scrubs over there with the blue. But yeah, after a few races, you'll be easily recognizing who's who.
And we can see here, Polito is the only one still waiting on putting any sort of run together. He's probably just being a perfectionist. He's a whopping 9 seconds after CC. But I have a feeling that'll change within the next few minutes.
You got Cole here. He's actually looking at the track preview. So you can go in, kind of scroll around and look, and he's trying to figure out what's a possible line here. What should I be doing? That's another strategy these guys take.
We have a question. Is Solmek the youngest player? No, actually, I think that's Cole who is the youngest player. And I'm actually not sure.
MX Freak is in the chat. He's one of the track designers. His first track will be the 5th track.
Freak,
Nice to see him here.
yeah, he was in the chat last year as well, right?
Of course.
Good to have you back, Freak. Looking forward to seeing what you've built.
His tracks are always gnarly. He's also a very skilled player and a very skilled track designer, so it's going to be fun to see. Day 2, he's got a lot of tracks because his are always super hard and kind of threw him at the back end.
Yeah, I've definitely cursed out his name many a time.
Damn you, freak! Damn you.
Yeah, you got flying Dutchman in the chat there saying Freak makes such great tracks. Yep, agreed.
Is there any one track that you've been most proud of, Joe, or like most satisfied with?
Like in the history of the game?
Of your track building career.
I think some of the very first World Championship tracks, they kind of mean a lot to me because I really spent a ridiculous amount of time on those.
Yeah.
And that was like the first time that I got to just build like stupid hard tracks. Until then, it was kind of like, we have a wide variety of players. We need to make stuff that's kind of suitable for everyone. And that's when I really got to just unload. And I remember like that track, Whoops, I Did It Again.
Whoops, I Did It Again.
I did not like that.
That track was fun to make.
How long did that track take you to make?
Probably like 40 hours or something.
Ooh, yeah. Wow.
And that's compared to some of the regular jam tracks. Joe's so experienced that he can bang out a track in less than half an hour.
Yeah.
And he spent more than 40 on that one. And these tracks that we'll see this weekend, they've been thoroughly worked through.
Like out of the tracks we've had this weekend, the least amount of time put into one was probably 8 hours.
Wow. Okay.
Everything 8 hours and up, between making it, testing it, having other people test it, sharing feedback back and forth. There's probably anywhere between 8 and 30 hours or more in all these tracks.
And as I said, we had a massive improvement from Julito. He's still sitting last, but he's cut 6 seconds of his time. So he's stringing it together.
I made this track. This is actually, if I could be a track designer in real life and make a real life track, this is what I would make. And that's kind of how I designed this one. Was kind of like, if I could put one of these video game tracks
in real life,
this
one.
It would be like this.
Yeah, I think the guys in chat may recognize the style as we have a similar style track once a year. I think you can guess what style this one is.
Cole in his last run, at one point in the run, he changed lines and then went back onto the same one. He did a the backwards flip.
Yeah.
He into a different.
Sometimes you log out with those backflips, sending you into a line that you hadn't even seen.
I think, look, if you keep watching him now, maybe you guys will pick up on it as well. I think it's relatively early on. He's got a really good start there, nice and fast. Hopefully not overshot there. No, perfect. Then here, no.
I think he's trying to do a back scrub to get really low and sending him to a shorter line, which gives him more speed down the line.
Oi!
Yeah. Didn't quite make it.
Close.
But you can see the wheelie control these guys have is just insane. All looking good there. Missed the speed check. Absolute concentration from...
Yeah, both players with the same style of playing. They've got the phone down and they're stooped over it.
Lola looking laid back as always. Almost looks asleep as always.
All right, guys, whilst our competitors continue to battle it out on this second track, we can now hear from them about their favourite places to play Mad Skills Motocross 2.
Best place to play is probably alone. I personally like to play in my room.
Probably the lounge.
In my couch at home.
The sofa usually. I just sit down or just lay on my belly and then just play, just duke it all out and get the best times I can. Yeah.
On the toilet, where else? Every time on the toilet, that's the key place to play.
No, I don't play in the bathroom. Not that much. Sometimes.
Yeah, I play in the bathroom, but I don't want my legs to go numb, so I can't play for too long.
Definitely just laying in bed, because I prefer just being back like that. It's most comfortable. I'm the most focused. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer we have to sit up over here. I wish I could just bring like an air mattress and just like over here, but I don't think that's allowed, so.
That's funny. We've got quite a range of responses there. Air mattress potentially being brought in the studio.
Hey, I'm all for it.
We're also going to switch out some of the chairs for toilets to make these guys feel more comfortable. And Peralta goes with the crocodile tactic, lying on his belly.
That's interesting.
That's cool. A bit of maybe yoga posing as well whilst playing.
I wonder if Scrubs has ever dropped the phone on his face since he plays laying back.
Yeah, I've done that many times.
I know I have.
It's like a ghost slapping you on your face. It's like, what are you doing?
But it's definitely a great toilet game, this one.
Does that feel like a compliment, Joe? A great toilet
it honestly
game?
is. And you know what? I'll be in the bathroom for like 20, 30 minutes, and my wife's like, all right, I know you're done. You're just playing the game. You need to come out. And I'm like, hey, let me have my alone time. Trying to get a good run here.
Yeah, well, what's like the perfect track for a toilet session? Are we talking a big 10 lapper that's going to take 30, 40 minutes? Or are we talking
You're going to have numb legs if it's a 10 lapper.
or are we talking just like a cheeky 30-second dash?
For sure. I think the 30-second dash is great. Great one, yeah. But it's also a little better when, you got like, you got some IBS going on. You're going to be in there a while, Definitely helps.
You need to make a really long track called Numb Legs and see if anyone gets the reference.
Justin would.
Yeah.
Justin is like the king of the porcelain throne.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep. He was thinking about getting a toilet in his office so when he streams the game, he could just sit on the toilet.
Sit on the toilet. Toilet cam.
Yeah.
Not from inside the toilet, but... I know. Yeah, toilet cam incoming on Justin's stream. Do you guys still host your podcast together?
We do, once a week, yeah.
Nice.
Tuesdays, the time sometimes changes, but it's usually around 2 or 3 Central, or 3 or 4 Eastern, or whatever. Yeah, it's on
9 or 10
we're kind of.
evening
It used to be on
CT.
Twitch. We're switching it over to YouTube, so check us out on YouTube if you want to watch our weekly show. We kind of go over the winners of the week, any news. We kind of, if there's anything exciting that is new that we want to leak, we kind of throw it on there first. So that's the place to be. And we do a lot of giveaways, which we'll do giveaways here too. So stay tuned. Whoever our mod is upstairs, feel free to do a giveaway whenever you want, and I'm sure Chat will catch on.
So what are we giving away this time?
I think we'll just do T-shirts.
Yeah, let's do that.
Give away some Mad Skills T-shirts.
And the giveaways will be on the Twitch chat.
Yeah, Twitch. So if you're watching on YouTube and you want to get in on the giveaways, head over to twitch.tv/Turborilla Games and get in on that.
Unfortunately, we can't do marbles today. So it'll be a regular draw.
Yeah, we should just give away Bob's hat, which, if you guys don't know, there's a hat here in the studio that was here last year, and it was Bob's hat, and I brought it to Sweden to take it on a little field trip, and then I was supposed to send it to him because he had won this in a giveaway on Twitch, and I forgot it here, and I thought it was lost forever, and we came back a year later, and hey, look, the hat's still hanging out. So, Bob, your hat still exists. Who knows if you'll ever get it? You know me. I like to take a couple years to send people their prizes, but someday you'll get the hat, Bob.
I remember this hat story, actually. I do remember that.
Birdshaw even wrote a song about the missing hat.
I did. It's on YouTube. It's called Bob's Hat Tribute. You can find it on Birdshaw.
Look at that back scrub by Lolo.
Oh.
Is he going to keep the run?
I think he's going to keep the run, but I'm not sure if it's going to be faster. He's going to pull out some magic here. a little too slow on the speed check. So I don't know if the giveaway has started. I think it's Funkasta with his finger on his button.
MX Freak is saying you wheel tap off table to line to jump the wall. Apparently he's thinking there's a wall skip somewhere. There's probably is. We'll see these top times. I'm sure Zach's skipping a wall in there somewhere.
And yes, Justin, the hat, the one and only hat, is still there. It's right in front of the iPad here.
Yeah. It's a sacred relic.
It really is.
It's a piece of Turborilla memorabilia. One day it's going to go up for auction, sell for millions. And I'll be taking 50%.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Steep, but sure.
I drove a hard market.
I guess that's what happens when I don't bring you to breakfast, right?
Yeah. Look, all I needed was some waffles, man. Some pancake. That's all I needed. Some pancakes and waffles, bit of syrup, scissor, some fruit.
We have an improvement
and a bit of
from
protein
Lolo.
on the side. Mainly sugar. That would have made me happy.
Lolo all the way up in third now.
Wow.
It seems he's sobered up.
Potentially. Can never be so sure. Never be sure. I think Lolo did bring his friend with him, so they've been enjoying themselves, and I'm pretty certain it was his friend that was having a beer this morning in the studio at about
I think so as
midday,
well.
which is, you know, enjoy it, guys. 2 p.m. midday
weekend.
beer.
It's all right.
the weekend, man. You're on holiday.
It's always past 6 somewhere.
Exactly.
So Gibraltar with a new burner.
Yeah.
56.2.
Wow.
Quite the lead he has there. 0.4 of a second.
Souls is asking us how many rounds are today. There will be 6 rounds today, Souls.
6 today and 6 tomorrow.
Yep, 6 rounds. So we have 4 more after this. Expecting a lot as the tracks increase in difficulty and...
We have 6 foot washed up. Who's ready for Julito going from 12th to 3rd out of nowhere? I am. I can see that happening. For sure. Great concentration for both the guys.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. My producer has just pointed out to me Peralta is in the lead, which we just spoke about, Nicholas, but thank you for your input. Yeah.
Can't flim-flam the Birdshaw.
Is that a Birdshaw meme? You can't flim-flam the Birdshaw?
It is now.
Okay.
Man, look at JSL's scrub on that thing.
And you can see Julito is actually working on line where he's trying to skip the speed check. He almost made it.
All right, and this is Peralta now.
If he's skipping any speed checks here. So he airs the first speed check. That's speed check 1, airing it, which most of these guys are already doing. Here's the second one.
Oh, that's a very, very nice scrub.
Dragon's back. To the third, so he rolls the third one.
A lot of pumping in the air as well, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much it does, but I can tell you, I always do it as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice scrub on the fourth one.
Really nice. Yeah, we spoke about that, I remember, last year, that there's a big difference between players who pump and don't in the air, and actually if it makes a difference or not. It's kind of like a stylistic thing, right?
Yeah.
I like to do it when I'm playing.
Kind of helps you keep your balance, find your balance point in that.
Yeah.
I think we got a lot of time for improvement, especially with 17 minutes left. I think Peralta's time, yeah, that might be good enough for third or fourth place, but I think we're going to get a couple faster times in here.
Okay. We've got Master in 8th now. Can't remember exactly at what point he started to ascend in the first track, but now Zele slightly ahead of him.
People in chat are definitely putting out their thoughts on this track and whether or not some of these speed checks can be skipped. We got a couple guys saying they think the second and third speed check can definitely be skipped, and we haven't really seen anyone do it quite yet. At least not that top time.
Polito was very close a minute ago. I think that's what he's working on. He's going for all or nothing here. And I think we have our first giveaway in the chat. Exclamation mark, Mad Spills. For a chance to win a t-shirt. And Bob, if you win, you'll never get it. And we have our own old friend James SL in chat. Good to see you, Jimmy. Yeah,
Julito's going all or nothing, right?
He is definitely trying to skip that speed check.
Is it possible, Joe?
I think it might be. Definitely with enough time, one of these guys could do it.
Yeah, but they only have 15 minutes to go.
Yeah.
If this were a jam round, people would be skipping it left and right by the end of the week. But,
yeah.
You only have 45 minutes here, so... Yeah, you can see he's trying to catch a different line.
Yeah.
Julito shaking the fingers out. We need to come up with a term, man. We had one last year, I'm telling you, for the thumb indent, the pressure on the thumb from playing for long periods. We had a term, and if we don't remember it, we need to come up with new terminology. By the way, the headset's on your head, it's very far forward.
I like it to be like,
Yeah, now it's a visor. I wish we could get that.
You're like that guy from the Star Trek. Can't remember his name.
Thanks for letting me know before the camera's on us.
It looked like a sort of head brace, sort of weird medical thing.
I probably need a weird medical head brace, but maybe that's why I was uncomfortable. I was like, man,
it was really far forward. It was interesting. I was wondering if it was like a fashion thing.
Yeah,
or...
it definitely is. It definitely is.
Oh.
I really want to see if these guys can skip something.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I made this track.
Well, this is the thing, right? At this point where we have 14 minutes left, so we are 2/3 of the way through this track, and where Julito seems to have, he has a feeling that he can do something. But let's say he doesn't do it. Could he have wasted some time there? Could he's missed positioning on this track. If he played it a bit
may
safer.
be on to something now.
That risk versus reward, right?
Oh, look at it. He's actually making the skip now.
I mean, he's close. But because he's in last place, you're right. Like if he can't get this, he's definitely wasted time.
Oof. He's trying to skip both of them. And he's bloody close, but 13 minutes to go.
It looks like he might improve here. Too much brake.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing is he keeps restarting, so he's not getting to the end of the track often. So when he does get that first section right and he gets to the end, sometimes it's hard to remember exactly what's going on. And I think that's what happened there is he kind of just forgot and misjudged.
You can see on his goals he's not slowing down for the first one. He's giving it a little bit of a slowdown to enter a different line on his current run.
Jesus, nope. I mean, that's tough to hit that.
Too short. He's actually gonna finish that run or give it a go because of his little bit lucky back scrub there. That looks good. No, it's too short.
I put him pretty far.
Yeah, you did.
No,
you did.
I wanted him to be a stretch if they could do it, and it's going to be fun to see if these guys can do it.
That's one of the things I found when playing that it's extremely frustrating when you think you found a skip. And the skips that I would have been trying are nothing compared to what these guys can do. But even at the level that I've played the game, it's so frustrating when you feel like, oh, I can speed this up, man. I can beat my friend's time, I can beat my own time, I can speed this up a bit, but you can't land it correctly, and you keep hitting just either like a dip, or like you hit the edge of the check, whatever. Very frustrating. I feel like I can see that a bit on Helito. Like he feels like he's got it, but he just can't execute it.
Yeah.
Definitely had people reach out to us on social media saying, thanks, Mad Skills, for breaking my phone. Because people get mad, they rage quit and literally throw the phone at the wall. This definitely had more than one person email us telling us that. Whoops, sorry, guys. But you got to get one of those nice big padded cases.
Yeah. But I think perhaps somewhere in our TOS, we have something about we are not responsible for you breaking your damn phone. Or at least we should have.
If I need to throw it, I like to throw it at the bed or at a pillow.
Yeah.
If it still feels good, but it doesn't break your phone.
Yeah, same for me.
I think my greatest moment in Mad Skills history was, I think, Jam Week 25.
Here we go again.
I like to tell the story. It's the only time I had something good happen to me in Mad Skills with Dave Birchall. Let me have my moment.
Yeah.
Jam Week 20-something. Mid-week. It wasn't even early week. It was like mid-jam round. Laying in bed. Grinding on the jam. All of a sudden, I somehow beat James Master 52 Lambert. I flip out, I jump out of bed, I start screaming, jumping up and down. My wife's like, what the hell is wrong with you? And I'm like, I beat James, I beat him. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm first in jam. And I lasted for maybe 24 or 36 hours or something, and then someone beat me. But I think I ended up 9th on that track that week. That was the best I've ever done.
That's still
Is that the best you've ever done?
Yeah.
Pretty good result.
Okay.
That was years ago, though. That was the first half of the year the game was out. Now these guys are so much better than they were back then.
I think my best result is something like 600, which is actually very good. I think we had close to 200,000 jammers that week, so placing 600, that's pretty good. But I usually say that the skill gap from me to the bottom is about the same as from me to the top. The worst players, they're closer to me than I'm to the top.
So I'm closer to you, being one of the worst players.
Yeah, for sure. They're just the next
to the top,
level.
Yeah. No, the skill gap in this game can definitely not be understated. The fidelity and accuracy with which these guys pull stuff off is pretty incredible.
There is literally no skill ceiling in this game. There's always places to improve. Like I've said before, it's not called Mad Skills for no reason.
Yeah.
In chat, someone's saying here that actually Zach has a pair of old broken headphones that he throws around when he gets angry, and he originally broke them playing the game.
That is very smart.
So he kept the old broken ones and just toss around when you get mad.
Very smart.
Yeah, well,
that's the key.
I've also seen a hole in this wall, man.
Yeah. We should also point out, you shouldn't be throwing anything around, but if you are, use something old and broken. It's not going to damage any of your new gear, whatever.
Like if you're going to throw stuff around, make sure that it's inanimate object and not at anything that's living.
Yes.
Please.
Do not kick your dog.
Definitely
do not hit your spouse. Just throw your phone. Hit a pillow. I think that'll be...
Scream into a pillow.
Yeah. That'll be our top tip for the day. Scream into a pillow.
Do you actually have like a gamer tag, Joe? Like, do you have a gaming name?
Yeah, well, I have two. I have one in the Mad Skills community, which is known as Joe Mama So Fast.
Oh yeah, that was it, Joe Mama So Fast.
But my gamer tag for any other type of game is actually You Feed Me to Lions.
Excuse me? You feed me to lions?
Yeah.
Can we get some backstory on this?
It's one of a band I liked back in high school called The Bled had a song, and one of the lyrics was, You feed me to the lions. I thought that'd be a fun username, gamer tag.
Okay, pretty intense, man.
Yeah. We have Sealy.
My gamer tag is Mantruce.
Mantruce.
Came up with it as a kid. No sort of like violence or anything to do with it.
I mean,
can't really relate to that. You feed me to the demons. What was it? The devils
Lions.
feed me. No, I don't know.
I think you're taking this a little out of context here,
The
but
demons feed me to the demons.
I just love lions. That's all.
I feel like that could be your.
If I was gonna die by animal death, I'd want to be eaten by a lion. You know,
Okay.
I mean that's it.
That could be like your next level of evolution, like Goku becoming Super Saiyan. You could go from you feed me to the lions to feed me to the demons. Yeah.
And while you two have been yammering away, Sealy has taken top spot.
Nice.
Zeely's getting a very good start to this competition.
Yeah.
Third place on the first track and now first. And he's quite a way ahead. That's what is that? That's
0.3
Maybe
seconds.
3/10.
yeah, 3/10 of a second. So
Pretty good.
good for him. With 6 minutes left.
This round seemed like it went by faster than the last round.
Yeah, for
Just
sure.
me?
Because we're enjoying ourselves. You know, we're in the
yeah.
studio, we're in the mix now. The guys having fun. You know, this is what it's all about. Gaming and esports life.
Top 3
Top
right
3.
here.
Tab 3. Brag.
Ooh,
Van
different line
Olta.
option. Here, check it out.
Zele.
Check it out.
Oh, he made it.
it.
He made it.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's what the 3/10 of a
No,
second.
that's-
No?
That's Julito.
Oh, is this?
Oh, is it?
Nah.
No, that's Sealy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's the Julito line.
No. Okay, yeah, exactly. Which he's
Yeah.
been missing, and I would love to check back in on the scoreboard. Not scoreboard. Sorry, the
Leaderboard.
leaderboard after to
Yeah.
see if Halito's Gambit's paid off. If he can at least clinch a top 5.
It still hasn't.
Yeah. Oh, have you guys got in front of you?
Yeah.
Oh man, that iPad has everything on it. That's my iPad, Nicholas. I want an iPad. All right, nice to see those 3 ghosts and comparing them. And yeah, it is Zele, Bragstad, and Peralta in that top 3. Zach following behind in 4th. We have Lorenzo, it's Nathan, Master, Solmiek, Cole, and yeah, look down right at the bottom. Halito's Gambit's not
Yep.
paid off yet.
Nope.
Bragstad with a bit of gamesmanship there, some banter, I'm not sure, looking over his shoulder, making some jokes. Bragstad. Danish warrior. Norwegian. I apologise, the Nordic countries are beautiful and amazing, but I sometimes confuse them. He is, still not improved on the most recent time we saw from him. With 4 minutes remaining, a minute for each run, you're only going to get a few tries left. It's crunch time now, 5 minutes, 4 minutes and a half. Time to make it happen. Oh, back on the hip hop in the studio, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was freestyling a little bit the other day. It was pretty good about PB&J.
It was pretty
Oh,
good.
whoa!
Yeah.
It's about just rolls right off the tongue. You
When
know?
were you freestyling? I didn't know you were freestyling, Joe.
I'm not, but it's I'm trying to start it up amateur career type thing.
Let's hear some, man.
I mean, it's
Let's do it.
definitely not good.
Let's do it, man. Let's make this happen. Who in the chat wants to see Joe drop a freestyle about mad skills? I would love to see that. Sounds like a dream come true.
Yeah, until you hear it, then it sounds like a nightmare.
Feed me to the demons. I think nightmares are your forte, bro.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We definitely have chat support for that.
Guys, it's one of those things I gotta feel. I can't be forced, I just gotta.
Hey, peer pressure is a real thing, buddy.
That's true, yeah.
And if the chat keep asking for it,
The other day I was at the skate park and there were these 2 guys there
your
with
life sounds awesome. You're
Yeah,
like,
you know,
yeah, man.
I like to
was
ride BMX,
I was
so-
freestyling, then I went to the skate
No,
park.
no,
Then
but
I built
listen.
some maps when I got Chicago Pizza. Like, okay, cool, bro.
Hey,
You have a good life. You get it.
But I was at the skate park. There's 2 guys there with a boombox walking around. They're not even riding or skating or anything. They're walking around with the boombox, just freestyling all over the skate park. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What are these guys doing? Like,
That's next level.
it's definitely an interesting.
Is that when you did it with them, with the boombox?
No, definitely. They were way above my level.
This just doesn't sound like a real thing. It just sounds like an interesting story you've made up. It seems cool.
Yeah, of course.
This is too cool to be true.
Yeah.
No, it sounds great. Life in Chicago, eh? Boomboxes and PB&Js.
Yeah.
And Quagga wants me to sing the MX Christmas song I wrote a few years back.
Let's get that right after.
Yeah.
How's it go? Father MXmas or like?
It's a play on 12 Days of Christmas.
Okay, I like it.
So the song's about 3 hours long.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
2 minutes, coming up on 2 minutes. I wonder if these guys know.
Two minutes remaining.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. And we're on board with James Lambert, who's only improved his position to 7th. Anything can still happen in this last minute and a half.
He clutched it on his last attempt last round, so we'll see.
He has it in the tank.
Remember, a little adjustment from last year. The background music's going to fade for these guys.
Yeah.
That signifies the round is over. They can complete their current run, no restarts.
Yeah, so everyone's going to try to have that last extra run at the end. They're going to try to restart near the end of the time and get a little extra cheeky run in. Running with Joe.
So we're down to a single minute. Bright lights. So if anyone's gonna do a massive comeback, now is the time.
Belito's still chilling down there. I wonder if he's still working on that same line.
Oh, he's running out of time.
He's very, very pressed for time. Can only get one full run at this point if you restart it and go by the rule we just mentioned.
A lot of people in chat are wanting to see the Belito cam.
Belito cam.
Yeah, they're probably hoping that he gets a clutch run at the last second.
Yeah.
He does have the most interesting line out of all the guys. Seems like he hasn't been able to string it together. 10 seconds.
10 seconds, everybody. 10 seconds.
10 seconds remaining. Music in the studio has faded. It's the last chance you get to restart. There we go. Round timer is over. Our riders will continue to go until they all finish their current runs. We'll take a look at them now. Looks like Bragstad has kind of put his phone down there, taking a break. Master still playing away. Any of these guys could have stolen it away whilst we've not been watching. We'll wait for that leaderboard to confirm. A good second track, Joe. Thank you for sharing that with the community.
Thanks.
And that's the one that you put into real life.
I wish. I hope it comes to real life someday. That was my idea.
Yeah. We need to have a partnership between you guys and one of the...
Yeah.
I don't know anything about motocross, but a motocross organisation. I think that'd be cool. That'd be really nice. We're flying over the lads right now. Peralta there getting up. Some of them looking relaxed, some of them looking a bit dismayed. Emotions running.
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go. Showing all 12. Let's see how it all played out.
Couple different line options.
Yeah.
There.
Oh, big casing there. The purple ride, I'm not sure who that is. Is that Nathan?
This.
Whoa. Wow.
Coming on in, boys.
I'm here. I have arrived.
Yeah. It's simply the difference between making the skip and not.
I guess it was only one gentleman that managed to pull it off correctly.
Yeah. He's miles ahead, but he'll end up just a smidgen behind.
The riders once again gathering around us. A communal moment as we watch the run.
Should have made that double a little harder.
Yeah.
That was nice. You're welcome.
Really, really nice. Bragstad in second place there. And we've brought him onto the desk. Good to see you again, sir.
Good to see you.
Looking cool, man. You've got like the tracksuit suit on and some fresh kicks. How you feeling?
Thanks. I'm feeling better now.
Yeah?
I had a really poor performance in the first round. So second is better.
Yeah.
Looking to improve though.
Let's take a look at your demo, Bragstad, and maybe you can talk us through exactly what was going on.
I was going for the walls at first. I didn't think it was I think it's possible, but it was too hard.
It is. Sealy did it.
First wall or second wall?
The first one.
Yeah.
He did?
That's what put him so far ahead.
I was going for that for the first like 15-20 minutes. And
This
then I
one.
stopped.
He skipped this one, to be clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought, I don't know. I think both of them are possible if you hit it perfectly, but
yeah,
because I could get close, but I didn't think it was worth it to go for.
How do you feel about using the brakes? Are you pretty good? Do you feel comfortable hitting wall speed checks like that?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Like this one.
Wow!
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, I hit that a couple like.
I think
that was almost like a scripted moment. You were like, "What? How do you feel about this?" It was like, "What? This
like
one?
that.
Like that?"
I think that was where you gained most of your time back because Sealy was way out in front and you finished right behind him.
Yeah,
that was a great wall scrub there.
So Bregstad coming back for the third World Championship in a row. One of our champions. You won the first season, and now coming back the third time after last year. It was at fourth place that you finished.
Yeah.
Okay, so just out of the medaling, so to speak, the top three. What are your overall thoughts going into this year's World Championship?
This year I had a new phone, so it's kind of different to play on a smaller phone when I have a bigger phone myself. So it took some time getting used to, but I think I'm getting there.
Okay.
Seems that way.
So you're saying by the end of today you're going to be destroying?
Hopefully. I'm going to do a lot better than round one.
Yeah.
Which phone did you have? Which one have you gone over to?
I have iPhone X.
Okay.
So yeah, and we play on 6S now.
Okay. Oh yeah. So you're they're all on the same.
Players play on 6S. Yeah.
So my restart button and everything is different from. So I was like hitting nothing for the first. But yeah, I'm starting to get used to it.
Good stuff. Well, thank you so much for being here. Best of luck in the rest of the competition.
Thank you.
Would you like to say anything to everybody watching or your family, friends?
Yeah, keep watching.
Yeah.
Try to do a little better.
Indeed. There we go. Thank you so much for joining us. Joe and Bertrand and myself will be back in about 5 minutes. We'll see you then.